Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to New Jersey here in Farming Simulator 22 with me, Waddy. We are currently doing the fertilising of our lovely, what crop is it? It's a wheat crop, yes, our wheat over here on field 7. We've got all the fertilising done over on fields on the cotton. We've got the weeds sprayed. That's all done nicely as well. We do need to do the grapes and olives again at some point. That's not going to be too much of a problem. Looks like the grass has been done, which is fine. So that I don't need to worry about that. And obviously, next month, as soon as we hit April, we will be doing, or beginning to do the sorghum seeding here on our fields. So we might leave this guy to go and do what he needs to do. I mean, he should do it fairly happily without any problemos. And we shall see what occurs. Right, I'm going to go check on. So yeah, I've done the herbicide spraying. I've put the herbicide back. We have got our big planter. Is that over here? Looks like my planter, which I'm probably going to need to do. Yeah, my seeder's over there. Right, tractor. We'll put you on the seeder because we're going to need that next month. We're then going to take a quick look round at, I think, the animals as well. Make sure they're all, you know, taken care of. And then we'll get on to... so I've done the grass. We might need to look at doing something with that manure. So yeah, that's all ready for doing sorghum. Full of seed. Right, let's have a look at the animals situation. Are they all nicely fed? The sheeps are fed. Cows are happily fed. The pigs are happily fed. Chickens are okay. The horses are okay. In fact, actually, when the horses run out of food, I'm going to sell those. Because I finished with the horses now. We got the achievement, didn't we? That I was missing for all the... missed all the horse achievements, as I've never ever done horses before this actual Let's Play. So yeah, I've got the achievements for those now. Oh, my bales. How are they? They are probably fermenting, if I'm right. Fermenting 53%. Yes. Okay. Right then. We will go do the manure. And that is that's a T8. That's probably a little bit big for manure, but we'll roll with it, won't we? We will roll with it. Wizard Bogeyman. Probably just take it and chuck it in the greenhouses, if I'm being honest. That's probably the best place for it. And then that can contribute to all our wonderful productions. But obviously another thing I expect to happen in April, when we get to the 1st of April, is that I expect we'll have a new intake of animals at the animal dealers. So, of course, we will have to make sure we load those up into the animal trailer, take them off to the butchers, and get them turned into lovely animal product. Just having a look outside at what the weather's doing. It's a little bit cloudy today here in the UK. It was nice and sunny earlier. Good afternoon, Barker. Welcome into the stream. How am I doing? I'm doing very well, thank you, Barker. As I say, I'm just recording some of my content at the minute for the YouTube channel. So for all the YouTube people out there wondering who I'm talking to one of my Twitch not Twitch. I said the banned word. No. How could I do that? Sorry. I'm talking to one of my lovely Kick supporters over on my brand new Kick channel. Over on kick.com/CWhatEso. Yes, I'm not on that other site that shall not be named. Dogs are barking. Why is that? Oh, is it because it's bin men? Is it bin men time? The bin men coming. They like to bark at the bin men, which is great because it lets us know that the bin men are coming, which means we can then go out and give them their cups of tea and their chocky cakes for being such excellent, wonderful people. Because, you know, you've got to look after your service workers who provide you an excellent service. So every week we make the bin men a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, depending on what they prefer. And then we always give them like a chocolate cake, a bit of a chocolate muffin or something, you know, keep their energy up whilst they're doing the rounds. Got to look after your public workers. So yeah, how are you today, Barker? Just wondering which of these greenhouses I'm dropping into. Probably the next batch now, isn't it? I think I've filled these ones. Need to be on the trailer. There we go. I was fine until you used the dirty purple name. Yeah, so sorry about that. Old habits die hard, unfortunately. Like I say, you know, 12 years I was on that other site streaming and stuff. So obviously, it's kind of just habit. And it takes a long while to break that habit, as I learnt yesterday at my health course thing. Apparently it takes 3 months to break a habit. So you'll have to forgive me if I keep dropping the wrong name in my streams. You're getting your new phone today. Well, that's great to hear. Hopefully you won't smash this one. So which did you go for in the end? Did you go for the Samsung one with the really nice headphones? Yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? If you've got a choice between two phones and one of them comes with a set of £140 headphones, you're probably going to take the one with the £140 headphones. Would have been rude not to. Exactly. You've always got to take your free... If anybody's offering free items with something, you might as well take it. Right, bear with me 1 second. I just need to tab back to my desktop, because obviously what has happened is my friend has finished their... my friend has finished their stream and they didn't do a hosting, or they messed up the hosting. Oh dear, oh dear. I thought they were going to host me today, which would have been really nice. I could have started off my stream with like 500 viewers, of which they all would have just immediately turned and ran away. But maybe 1 or 2 might have stuck around. But obviously, she's pressed the wrong button in her stream and not actually hosted anybody, so... unfortunate. Right, just trying to load this up. I think that is completely empty. Right. It's going to rain in a minute. Looking at the forecast, so we want to make sure we get that spraying finished off. And then... we've had a good month here in March, so it'll be time to move the calendar forward after this. As soon as our fertiliser spraying is done, we can move forward to April. Then we can start seeding sorghum, getting that all done. And then we can kick back. We can kick back then. Wait for the harvest window. Might be a very quick year this year on the map. We might not have a lot to do. I'm not planning on doing much in between over the summer. You know. Animals, it's mainly going to be animals. Pretty chilly where you are. It's cloudy today. I don't know if it's chilly as such. I mean, I have got my windows open, but I don't think there's any wind or anything, so I'm not feeling any breeze coming through the windows that would make me chilly. It's certainly not what was forecast, because they forecast like 60-mile-an-hour winds and really batshit crazy weather, didn't they, today? And we ain't had that yet, unless that's for later in the day. I do not know. But anyway, let's run on. And hopefully today, fingers crossed, and I'm probably going to jinx it now, I'm going to mention it, but hopefully today the PC will not crash as I'm streaming and recording at the same time like it did the other week. When I did my Riverview content. I managed to get 3 videos recorded in one session, and then just as I started recording the 4th video, which I've still actually got to go back and record at some point, yeah, it crashed on me, so unlucky that. But at least I got 3 videos recorded that day, and hopefully today I'll be able to get, I'm hoping to get at least 4 videos recorded on this map. So we're in for a session on this map, then I'll be taking a little break and switching over to a... So why is there a floating sign, or do we just ignore it? I'm glad you mentioned that, Mr. Barker. For those of you that are new and haven't played this game ever, or don't know anything about this game, there is a wonderful little system. Obviously, you can do all the farming yourself. You can drive all the equipment and all the machines yourself, and do all the tasks on a field. You can also use in-game helpers, which are AI controlled farmers, to do the work. Although they are a little bit special needs, and aren't completely reliable or trustworthy. And then there is a great user-made mod for the game, made by a great group of developers who are very, very skilled in what they do, who produce a wonderful mod called Courseplay, which allows you basically to have, it's basically a track thing that is far more accurate than the in-game AI helpers, and lets you do far more different tasks, even tasks that the normal in-game AI can't do. So yeah, it's just basically the floating signpost just basically tell the helper where to start and where to stop, and he basically just follows the little invisible track in between those floating signs until he's finished. And he has now finished. So if I actually jump back in him quickly, it will show you on the map the track that he has just done. So you can see there's the field we've just sprayed. So he started there. He's basically zigzagged his way to the top of the field. And then once he got to the top of the field, he's then done a quick trip round the field. And then he's come, and then he's done another trip round the field just to finish it off. And then he's reached the point and stopped. So if I go back to this screen and switch over to my soil composition tab, you can see all the dark blue is where he has sprayed fertilizer. The light blue is where he did not. So he's missed a little bit in the corners of the field, but that's not a problem. I'm not concerned about that at this point. Not too shabby. Not too shabby indeed. Yeah, it's certainly a lot better than, like I say, if I'd used the in-game AI, that field would have been a right mess. and it might not have even been fully done at all. He might have stopped halfway and then just decided to go home, which is often what happens with the AI workers. Right. it's time to move the clock, because we are done for March. I actually think I meant to do that final field of spraying off camera, so we could have started today's video at March, but, you know, it is what it is. Hello, my flowers look like they are dead. Right, we are going to wake up 1st of March, 8 AM. We're not going to get up too early, because, you know, it can still be quite dark first thing in the morning. We're probably going to have loads of messages about animals. We've paid wages. We've done some loan interest. Have we got a loan? Have we? You know what? I need to check that. Have I got a loan? Did I borrow some money? I borrowed 500,000 at some point. Well, you know what? We're going to repay that right now. We're going to clear the debt. I've got 3 million in the bank, so we can afford to do that. That's the farm debt free. And it's actually March the 4th, so I actually need to sleep again in a minute. Because I forget we're running 4-day months on this map. So let's sleep again. And then we'll hit April. Now we can do, or at least now we can start seeding our sorghum. Yes, there's April. Right, we sold some animals because we've obviously had new animals born, which means some of our pens might be a little bit overcrowded. Right, let's get rid of these eggs to start with so they can go into my little shed where they get distributed to my production companies and production factories that need eggs automagically. Right, that is done. Right, let's have a look at the animal tab then. So who has got excess animals? The chickens. We've got excess numbers of chickens. So we've got some there we need to move. Got some sturdy eggs on this farm. We have indeed. Looks like we've got some new pigs as well. We haven't had any new sheep and we haven't had any new cows. So it's just chickens. It's just chickens and pigs we need to worry about. They didn't break falling over. No, they're very hardened, tough, you know, eggs, you know. Bit like me, very hardened and tough. Where is my truck? There's my truck. Lol, it's still got chickens in it. Got to empty it. So those chickens have just been hanging out for a month in the back of that trailer, quite happy. They obviously thought they were staying in a hotel or something. I think I think we'll go get the pigs first, rather than the chickens. Let's back him up. Back him up. Right, we want... Okay, I can only take 50 at a time. $50 at a time. And of course, as we learned earlier on in the series, we can't automate this process, unfortunately. There is no way to take animals. Auto drive won't take the animals, won't load the animals from the animal pens and then take them to the butchers. It must be vegetarian or something. That's the only thing I can think of. Hey, how are you today? I'm very well, thank you, Lucy. How are you? I know you said you was very well in Lee's stream a minute or two ago. I hope that is still the case. And nothing's happened in the last 10 minutes or so to have changed that. You're doing good, thank you. Glad to hear that, Lucy. Glad to hear that. So when will you be next live, Lucy? When are you next streaming? You did get a call that was ass, but you're not going to let that bother you. Yeah. Don't. Never let calls, you know, unless it's obviously, you're streaming today, but you're streaming on Twitch. Okay. I might pop over and check you out if I'm not doing anything, or if I just need something on in the background. Maybe whilst I'm doing my editing and stuff. Is your Twitch name the same as your Kick name? See, now I'm allowed to say the band name because I'm actually talking to somebody else about their band name account. It's when I welcome everyone to my stream here on band name. That's when that's wrong. I'm still not used to it. It's like I say, it's the habit I've got into over it's a habit I've got into obviously over 12 years, and it's going to take me a while to change that habit and obviously use a different platform name now. At least I didn't mess up the YouTube introduction, though, did I? I got that bit right. For all you lovely YouTube watchers out there. What is ban? Well, I just jokingly said that obviously after I'd made a bit of a goof at the beginning of my stream, where I welcomed everyone to my Twitch channel. And thanked everybody for watching me here on Twitch. I said no, that's a banned term. I says we're not allowed to say the T word on Kick. And Barker said he was going to ban me. It does get confusing. It really does. It's like I say, I streamed on Twitch for 13 years. So obviously you just say welcome to your channel, you'll be good. Yeah, it's cause I'm like I'm kind of multitasking right at the moment. I'm streaming this to you guys live, and I'm also recording this for my YouTube audience because I've not had time to sit down and do actual standalone recording in the last couple of weeks, because obviously the push has been to get affiliated here on Kick, which I was able to do at the weekend. I managed to reach my follow target and I got affiliated, and obviously it's all wonderful. And obviously, lovely Lucy, you will notice you already have a sub to the channel, because the lovely Leeway came in here last night and dropped 5 gifted subs in the chat, and apparently Kick deemed you worthy of receiving one of those gifted subs. So huge thank you to the Leeway for that. And I hope everyone enjoys those gifted subs. I think Barker got one. Weston got one. There was a couple of other people who got them as well. And I definitely saw your name in the gifted sub. And I can see you've got my little badge. So, it's cool. I'm glad that gifted subs went to really nice people. Because I know the first time I gifted subs on Lee's channel, they all went to people who had been banned. And I was like, oh, that seems a bit unfair. Clearly don't know you yet. Oh, I'm getting there. Right, we've taken some black ones. Let's take some of the pinky ones. You just like to have a bit of banter. Yeah, this is what it's all about. You're nice to the ones that deserve it. Well, thank you, Lucy. I'm clearly one of the ones that deserves it, so I feel very, very special. I feel very special. You usually give what you get. Exactly. You know. That's the thing. If people are prepared to give it, they've got to also be prepared to take it back then, in receipt. And if they can't take it, then they shouldn't deal it. Exactly, Barker. That's exactly what I just said. If you can't take it, don't dish it. And it's surprising how many people that do dish it can't then take it when you throw it back at them. I actually had a bit of an incident at the weekend, actually, with somebody. Somebody who was making fun of Lee. And I was like, no, I'm not going to have that. I'm not going to tolerate that. I said, come on. I kind of stopped him and said, look, dude, you're hardly one to be able to talk. You're going to sit there and criticise her on her appearance. I says, what about your other half, your missus? She looks like one of those magic eye paintings. I says, I've got to screw my eyes up, tilt my head to try and work out what she's meant to be. And that just completely levelled him. And I tell you what, it pissed her off and all, and I was quite happy about that too. I was like, yeah, don't fucking come out with crap about somebody you have no knowledge of, don't know at all, if you certainly can't, you know, if you can't take it. So yeah, remember that one, folks. If you ever come up in that situation where somebody's criticising your appearance or someone else's appearance, hit them with that magic eye one, because it's a good line, that. You can have that one. I give that one to you. You look like one of those magic eye pictures. I've got to tilt my head and squint my eyes and to try and work out what you're meant to be. Is it a kettle? Oh, well, yeah, I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't say anything again, and I hope he keeps his trap shut. Because there's just no need for it. Why make comments about someone you've never ever met and don't know? Exactly. Exactly, Lucy. You got that absolutely nailed on there. Yeah, you did kind of come in here and throw an insult straight at me, Barker. But to be honest, on that day, I was in full agreement because I was streaming on my 40th birthday, so I fully, you know, I self-proclaimed myself an old git that day. She is a very, very kind person. Very kind person, but obviously a lot of people are so judgmental and just go off face value, off appearance. And like I say, you should never judge a book by appearance. Because if you do, you'll oftentimes miss out on the really great content contained within the pages. And that is 100% why I'm a VTuber. What's a VTuber? I keep seeing this term VTuber, and maybe I'm just like really old and don't understand that term. They don't know how to just get to know people. They only judge based on appearance. They do. They do. It an avatar. Okay. So you just put your avatar out there and don't let people see an actual real profile image. I used to do that. I used to have just an avatar image on all my channels and socials and stuff. It was actually Lee that convinced me to change it and put it as an actual, like, selfie photo pic thing on my channels. I'm not sure if that's such a good thing or not. They created a VTuber that sort of looks like you. Okay. See, I've done that. I've got a thing on my... I've got an app on my phone that lets me do that. I can take pictures and then it does like... it creates like... avatars and emotes and stuff of me based on the photos. Which is quite cool. Because like I say, I've always used those. It moves to me, the lips and all, like a filter. Oh, like one of those, oh, what was it? Face cam things, like the talking cat things you could use on webcams and stuff. Bit like that. Yes. Okay, I get that. Yeah, I had face cam for a while and was using that when I didn't feel like, streaming my own face. Until I got comfortable. And I could change it given the different scenarios and situations. It's an animated avatar character. Yeah, that's the simplest way of putting it, and it makes complete sense. I understand that. I mean, I did have a funny little thing happen this morning. I was dealing with a company, and they needed me to send some ID to them. So they asked me for some photos. They wanted a photo of the front of my driver's license, a photo of the rear of my driver's license. They then wanted a photo of me, and then they wanted a photo of me holding the driver's license in the same photo as like a comparison. I sent the photos off, and you know what? They come back and said they said I didn't match in any of the photos. I was like, wow, I look that bad. I take 2 photos seconds apart, and apparently I don't match in those. I mean, obviously I don't match in the driver's license because I had my hair cut. I cut all my long hair off last year. So, yeah, the haircut on the driver's license isn't right. Isn't a match. But unfortunately, the photo ID doesn't get changed for 10 years, so I haven't got to update it till 2032. So, unfortunately, the photo's going to be out of date on that for a very, very long time. And it won't reflect my current hairstyle at all. Now it's more a mystery thing, lol. Ah. Keeping the mystery going. So yeah, I've had to take some more photos this morning and send them some more photos. And I've also put a note on, with the photo saying, sorry, I can't help the way I look. I was born like this. Yeah. This is just my face, you know. We want our cedar. Right. We have reached the end of the YouTube portion of the video. So, thank you to everybody on YouTube for watching today's episode. I hope you've really enjoyed it. I will obviously be continuing here on Kick streaming for the next couple of hours, so don't go anywhere. I just need to say goodbye to the YouTube audience and hope they will be back later in the week for the next episode here on New Jersey. For now, though, cheerio, everyone.